An apartment went up in flames on West First Avenue in Chico, displacing a dozen students. Action News Now reporter Camille Acevedo was live at the apartment. So Camille, what's next for those students?
Alan, the students that I talked to who live here and experienced the fire tell me that they are graduating and they already had plans to move out before this fire even happened.
These are the pictures showing the apartment going up in flames on West First Avenue last night at around 11 p.m. About a dozen students lived there. Chico Fire tells me no people were hurt in the fire, but a dog did die in the fire.
Crews did a great job. They got in, quick knockdown, started opening up the building to find and search for hidden fire, and then were able to ultimately isolate that fire to the apartment of origin without extending into any neighboring units. Our crews had narrowed it down to an area of origin, but within that area there's still multiple possibilities for sources of ignition that'll take some time to figure out.
Now, the students who lived on my right side here were able to stay through the night, and the students who live on the left side were the ones who had to evacuate. And I did speak to a student who lives right here on my left side, who was with her sister at the time, witnessing the fire, and jumped straight to action.
I'm proud of her because she's the one that noticed the smell. She called me. She's like, "Can you come downstairs? I think something's going on in the apartment complex." We looked around, we saw the smoke, and the first thing we did was call 911. It's kind of like a wake-up call, be aware of your surroundings. Poundings were made at the door. Some people were oblivious as to what was going on, but luckily it didn't escalate to anything bigger.
The 8 units are very close together. The apartment right across from the townhouse that was on fire had broken window glass and melted blinds from the heat. Firefighters will continue to check on the building throughout the day.
And we're seeing a lot more things with e-bikes and lithium-ion batteries and chargers and whatnot. So a really good practice is, if you're not going to be home, to disconnect those devices from the outlet, unplug the chargers, unplug the computer chargers and whatnot, just to eliminate the possibility that something could fail on one of those devices and start a fire.
Unplugging cords like these every time you leave your house is one way to keep your home safe. Live in Chico, I'm Camille Acevedo for Action News Now. Coverage you can count on.
Thank you, Camille. The Red Cross is helping the victims find a place to stay. Gas service, natural gas, was shut off for the units that are on the same side of the townhouse that was on fire.